Hello everyone, welcome to SoapUI live training, and today we'll talk about assertions in SoapUI tool. So in the last class we have seen how we can add some basic assertions like contains, not contains, and SLA. So how we can add and we can assert something, we can validate something in response. All right. So today, I thought to cover two main important topic of assertions, that is Xpath and Xquery. All right. So if I'll go to this whatever the project we have created, project Medicare supplier. All right, and let me run this one so that we can have one response. All right. So if you go to assertions, okay, and see we can add, we have seen how many assertions we can add. There are different options. These contains and not contains matches one string, okay. Ba- uh, and others we have seen how we can add also invalid http status codes, not so fault and all. But today mainly we'll focus these two, xpath match and xquery match, okay. So we'll start with xpath, okay, and then we'll move to xquery. So let me add one XPath match, and when you click XPath match, it will open one window. Okay, you can see XPath match configuration. Okay, so uh, first to start with, we should have some namespace team. Okay, so how we can declare namespace? You can see here one declare button is there. Okay, so if I click here, it will add namespace from the current response. All right, if I click here, it will add some namespace for me here. Okay, first one in namespace is soap, and second namespace is ns1. Okay, all right, so there is no need to write manually. Soap UI tool has provided that you can click declare, and it will automatically declare namespace for you, and using this you can write your XPath. All right, now we have to focus how, what is the XPath. First is XPath who are aware, and maybe some people will be not aware of this, but uh, XPath something, let me save this first. Okay, we'll open this one in XML. Suppose I want to traverse this till this supplier number, or I want to get this company name. So these are actually nodes. Okay, supplier data list, supplier data, supplier data. Okay, under this we have, so XPath actually tells us the address of that particular tag, you can say, or element. Okay, so we can write some XPath to get this supplier number for this particular uh, see, we have a lot of suppliers here, right? Supplier 1, supplier 2. So if I want data from supplier 1, right, from this first supplier, okay, I can get that. So we'll see. So we have already declared namespace here. Okay, now we have to put two forward slashes. Okay, why two forward slashes is it is relative XPath. Okay, it is not the exact relative path. We are not telling each and every uh, uh, address of that node or element, but we are saying this is a relative XPath. So this will understand, okay, if I will provide any tag or any node name here, it will traverse to that. Okay, so before using this, I have to put this double forward slashes, so it tells it is a relative XPath. Now focus here team, how I can write first namespace, okay, and then uh, we'll start from uh, this one. Let me save this. Okay, let me highlight some things here. First, we can see one tag is here, supplier data lists. Okay, then we have supplier data. Okay, supplier datas. Under that node, we have supplier data, and all the supplier data is under this supplier data child node of supplier datas. Okay, so we will see uh, how we can use these nodes in our XPath to get first supplier, okay, first supplier number. Okay, so let me uh, open that XPath what we have created. All right, so I have mentioned double forward slashes ns1, that namespace, then double quotes, sorry, this colon. All right, and then I have to write supplier, okay, supplier data list. All right, now again I have to provide, if I say I have write something like this, okay, let me see, it gives me all the information whatever it is there in response. I have got all those data. Okay, see, uh, under supply data lists we have supply data, supplier data, and then we have a supplier number, company name, and we have a lot of supplier information are there. So if I just write this, okay, if I just write this double quotes namespace colon supply data list, and if I select from current, I can get all those data. Okay, and I can save this. So if I save this and again if I run, okay, my assertions will be passed, because these are not, response is not dynamic in nature. So whatever uh, we have got here in our expected result team, okay, so it is not going to change, so it will not fail. All right, so this is the way how XPath works. Okay, so let let us add some more XPath and let's see. Okay, so I'm going to add some more XPath here with a different XPath conditions. All right, so we have seen with supply data list. Now we can add some more okay, XPath conditions. So this way we can add a lot of XPath match configurations. Okay, and uh, this is the one drawback here using manually. So because we have to add a lot of you can say XPath, okay, to verify or to validate any response. But anyways, we have to focus here to XPath assertions. So let's see. Till now we have added supplier data, right? Supplier data list tag node. Now let me. I want to get a supplier number of the first supplier. Okay, so how I can get that? So I will write here supplier data list. Okay, forward slash ns1, the namespace colon supplier datas. Okay, you can relate from here the response how I'm writing supplier data list, supplier datas, and then forward slash, okay, namespace colon supplier data. All right, Now here I have to tell there will be a lot of 10 15 suppliers will be there. So from which for which supplier I want to get the supplier number. So I have to provide that number, first supplier, second supplier, or fifth supplier. Okay, and then I have to write ns1 supplier number. All right. So let me check it if this X path is correct. This is the test button on this pop-up window, and if you click, if it is throw error, it means something wrong with your uh, X path. All right. Let me check where is the error. Supplier data list, ns1 supplier datas. Okay, ns1 supplier data. Seems everything is correct. Supplier number, select from current. Okay, I don't know why it was giving the error, but see if you select current, okay, you will get the first supplier number. Let me try this. We can add one method is there in Xpath to get text from that particular tag. Okay, so if I select this, it works. See, and this is also a valid XPath. Okay, so when you want to test your uh, XPath is correct or not, you can click test. Okay, and it will throw it will see we can see one pop-up window saying success response matches content. Okay, so this is we have added from our side. This is one function we can utilize in XPath to get any text from that particular tag. All right. So I want tag from this supplier number tag of the first supplier. I want to get some text. Means whatever the value is there, I want to get that. So I can use text. All right. Okay. Suppose I want to get from the fifth supplier or third supplier. Okay, and if I select from current, it will uh, it will uh, we can get this number. All right, and we can save this. We can match what is the fifth supplier number is. This is one, this is two, three, and I guess it will be this one will be fifth. All right, so this way we can uh, um, add assertions to match anything in your response using XPath. All right, let me add one more XPath here. All right, and you can give proper names. I'm not giving the proper names of this XPath. It will be easy to remember. All right, so let me declare again, and earlier we have seen we are traversing from the supplier data list tag. All right. So as I said, these are relative XPaths. So I can write this way. I can directly write supplier data from which uh, supplier I want, second supplier I want that company name. Okay. So see here how I'm using the tags. Now I'm using from the supplier data. Okay, and then name is space colon, and I want company name, right? So if I click this select from current, it will give me the name of the company. Okay, of the second supplier, it will give the name of that company. Or if you want to add that the function we have talked about text, it will also work. Okay, and if you test, it will say your XPath is correct. So different ways are here. You can write XPaths, okay, and you can to validate your response. All right, let me utilize one more. There are a lot of functions team. There are a lot of things let me here rename this. I want to count number of suppliers in this uh, uh, response. All right. So how I can count? So there is a function named count team. You can use directly, okay, and it will work. So if I want to uh, count the number of suppliers, okay, how we can do that? ns1 supplier data, okay. If I'll give supplier data, okay, so if I click this select from current, see 13 suppliers are there in response, okay. There are 13 suppliers. So this way we can Xpath, uh, we can use particular things to validate, or you can use some function like count to count the number of things, number of suppliers are there. So lot of things are there we can utilize to validate our response, okay. So any question on XPath team till now? Do you have any questions? All right, I don't see any question on this XPath. All right, I hope it is clear to you. If you don't understand, please let me know. I'll explain it again. Okay. So we have seen how we can add XPath, okay, assertions, and these responses are static. They're not dynamic. There will be no data change. So every run, it will be a pass. Okay. Whenever you run, all the XPath match will be passed because data is static. Now the another important concept is xquery. Okay, what is xquery team? See, if you go here, xquery match uses an xquery expression to select content from the target property. Okay, so this is you can find one very interesting book on this xquery from O'Reilly. So you can, if you want to read more about this, you can go and search about that book, and it is a very big topic in it. Okay, we'll see here how we can write some xquery to uh, uh, to assert something, to validate something in our response. Okay, so if you click xquery match, okay, so you will see the similar kind of window like what we have seen in XPath. So here also we have to declare name first, team space namespace, sorry, namespace we have to declare. All right, so we have to declare namespace first, and we have to focus how we will it is different from XPath. Okay, all right, so we have to write our some own tags here. Okay, so I will say results, and I'll copy this, and I have to write one close, I have to close this tag as well. Right, now I have to write what uh, thing I want supplier number, I want company name. So suppose I want company name, so I will create one tag. These are not from the response team. Means in XPath we have seen we have utilized tags of response, but this is we are creating. These are we are creating. It is not related to response. Okay. So I have created one company tag, and I have to close this. Okay. We have to also close tag here. Now we have to put two curly braces here. Okay. And we have to write one data, one function is there, data, we can utilize, and then parenthesis, and the similar whatever the X path we have given, we have seen in Xpath assertions, similar kind of X path we have to write here. All right, double quotes, namespace, colon. See how I'm writing supplier data, which for which supplier company name I want, the first supplier company name I want. Okay, and again namespace, and what I want, company name. Okay, so this is one X query team. All right, and we are ready to click test. If it is if there is any error, so it will throw, but I guess it is correct. If I see select from current, we can get. Why it is throwing error? It is because we can add one uh, what we have talked about, this function, text function, means whatever the text we want to get from this node, we can write this function. Okay, and if we'll test, it will pass. All right, and we have seen if I click select from current, I got the first supplier company name. If you want to get fifth supplier or sixth supplier company name, you can just click select from current. We are getting from whatever the response we have got, we are getting from that, it is right in corporation. Right, so you can see how we can write X queries, different kind of X queries to match anything in our response. All right, okay, so let me change something. Let me copy this, and I'll change something here to get all the suppliers company name. Okay, let me save this and open again, and let me add this one more X query match. This time I'll give some proper name, like all suppliers. Okay, all suppliers I can say. Okay, and in the same way I can declare namespace team, and I can, so I don't want single company name here. I want everything under this node, under this supplier data. So if I click select, okay, it's saying invalid. Why? Because we have deleted that parenthesis from here. Okay, okay, let me see. If you add that function text, okay, that if you test, it will be okay, some error is still, some error is there. Okay, let me remove this, but I can get this all the data if I click from select this X query. If what we have written here, I can get all those data listed in our response. Okay, like supplier number, company name, and address, everything. Okay, so this way we can write X queries, okay, to get the different uh, data from our response, to validate that if it is correct or not, and this is will be our expected results, so that we can validate. And let me save this, and I can add you can see here manually, means how much effort is required to add assertions. Every time we have to go, we have to write assertions here. Okay, this time I can say um, only supplier name or company names I want. Okay, so I'm just trying to write a different kind of assertions in X query uh, to validate our response. Okay, So let me copy paste here that what we have used. And if I want only supplier numbers, okay, I think already we have done this. So but this way team, you can add different tags from this one. You can validate supplier number, you can validate let me highlight this. So you can add X query for supplier number, you can add X query for company name, address, anything. If you want to match, you can write about that. Okay, using this simple format, you can write and you can get the proper result. Any question on this team? Today we'll mainly focus on how to write this XPath and XQuery uh, assertions. All right, so uh, there are we'll add some uh, functions here team. Means what I mean by functions, XQuery also supports some functions. Okay, so if I say I want to get only company name of all the suppliers. Okay, let me cancel this. And if I say from this response, I want all company name from each supplier. Okay, let me check if you have any questions. No, nobody has any question. All right, so okay, I can I rename this? Yes, no. Okay, we can rename later also. So XQuery functions we can utilize in our XQuery expressions, and we can get some proper results. So we'll see how we can achieve this. Okay, so I have to declare namespaces, and then again we have to write that. So I have already copied, I guess. Yeah, let me delete this one. Okay, now how we have to put two parentheses team here, sorry, curly brackets. Let me increase the width of this. Okay, so to use XQuery functions in your expressions, you have to write we have written our own tag results. Okay, then we have to give some curly brackets here. All right, after that, suppose this is one uh, for function in XQuery I can use here. So focus how we can, what is the format? Okay, so $x, I'm saying this is will be a variable for $x in my namespace. Okay, and supplier data. Okay, in whatever suppliers are there in this supplier data node, I want to get company name. Right, so then we have to write return. All right, and our tag name, or I can say uh, supplier. So as I said, we have to close this tag. These are our means uh, we are writing these tags. These are not from response. So we have closed this tag what we have opened. Now we have to write the same thing what we have wrote in XQuery expressions. So data and parenthesis, and how we have to write is $x. Okay, then /ns1 and I can write company name or supplier number. If I say supplier number, all right. So let me click this select from current. So see team, I got uh, each supplier number from the response. See how this X query is powerful. We got the desired results. Means suppose I want to match all the supplier numbers are correct or not. So I can write one simple X query using this for function, and I can get all the supplier numbers. All right. Okay. Even I can suppose this is not in order. So uh, I can use some order clause here, and I can get in ascending order or descending order this whatever the results we are getting from the response. All right, it is clear to you team? Any question? Okay, so I don't see any questions here. So I was talking about how I can uh, write that. So suppose I want in ascending orders. So by default it is in ascending order. If you do order by, okay, and what we have to write, we have to write $x, all right, ns1, and the same supplier number we have to provide, this one. Okay, and if I click select from current, you will see whatever the number we got, all are in ascending orders. Okay, starting from the first the lowest number, supplier number, and we got. Okay, so uh, let me add some more. Suppose with supplier numbers, let me copy this, okay, so that I can utilize in another X query expressions. Now I can add another query. Suppose let it be what are the name, but name you can give anything what you want, just to remember that thing. So in the same way I can declare, and I have copied and paste here. So suppose with the supplier name I also want uh, okay, I also want company name team. Okay, so I can in the same manner I can insert this whatever the uh, under supplier tag we have this data. So first we are fetching supplier number. In second we can write company name. Okay, I can provide that tag name, company name, and if I click select from current, okay, see what the results I got from the response. I got a supplier number with sub company name. Okay, so all those matches we got from the response. So this way we can utilize X queries, and we can write some functions in that to get the different how we want to validate our response. Okay, so depending on that you can add different things here, like what we have seen, and we can validate. So as I said, these are some static. Okay, so we are not getting any error, means our response is static. So if I run it again, our XPath, all XPath or X queries assertions we have added will be passed. Okay, let me see. if any one of you has any question. So team, do you have any questions? So today, I think I'll not cover more than this because I want you to practice this XPath match and XPath XQuery match. You should practice, then you will be become expert in this. Okay, to writing XPath expressions, and you'll face initially if you are a beginner. Okay, so you'll face a lot of issue. So I would suggest go and uh, if you want to watch this video, you can again watch, and you can write some XPath and XQueries assertions. All right. So this way we can add other different. In the last session, we have talked about that how we can utilize uh, different assertions available here. Okay. So these are very simple uh, assertions but very useful whatever we are seeing in compliance and status and standards. So you can add schema compliance, we can add soap fault. So the explanation is still means is here, you can go and see. So those XPath and XQuery are very important, and it need explanations. That's why I added here. So fault says validate that last received message is a SOAP fault. If there will be any SOAP protocol fault in your response, it will fail. Okay. In the same way, you can add a SOAP response that says validate that the last response is valid SOAP response applicable to SOAP test request steps only. Okay. And then valid HTTP code. We have seen there are a lot of HTTP codes involved, like 200, 404, 500, like this. You can add. And one more thing, in coming sessions, team, when we'll start a scripting part, Groovy scripting part, we'll see how we can use assertions using a script. So we have need not to add this much of assertions to validate. Okay, we can write one simple query which will verify our response, which will validate our response. So I'm not going to start this one. Will in coming session we'll cover this. There is another is in security. There is a assertion called sensitive information exposure. Okay, sometimes we in response we may get sensitive data like user id passwords or something that we don't want to expose to other clients or anything. So we can add this sensitive information exposure. I just wanted to explain this one. So suppose uh, I want to add, see, it says configure sensitive information exposure assertions. So if you want that, I want to validate that this particular information should not come in my response. Okay. So how I can do that? So if I go to this sensitive information exposure assertions, I can click this plus sign. Okay. So I can suppose I can say I don't want user ID something. I can just write. You can enter any token. Okay. And description is uh, user IDs of app. I just give some random things here. If uh, I want to some another tokens like password, something like this, it should not come. User password. So suppose you are testing one web service which you want to validate that these whatever the suppose that web service requires some authentication, and if you are getting in by default, if developer has exposed something which sending the credentials also in response, so we have to validate this as well. Okay. So if I say okay, it will be passed because we are not getting anything which is mentioned in our response is password or user ID. So it will go and match if there is anything related to password or anything user ID. So it will match. If it is not there, it will pass. Otherwise, it will fail. So this is also very important. We have to utilize in our web services testing. Okay, so that we should not leak any sensitive information outside the world. All right. So this is it in assertions. Okay, and that's it for today, team. I don't want to confuse you if I tell us other parts of uh, like from the next sessions we'll start with groovy scripting part. Okay, so we'll see how slowly we can start with a very at beginner level. We'll start from very scratch so that everybody can understand that. Okay, so there is one question. uh, In practical world, why would I assert from the response when the response is received from the server? Okay, this is very important uh, part. Response we have to validate because see we have control on request. Whatever the information we are sending, we have control on it, and we know what we are sending. But why we test? So suppose leave this. Okay, suppose you have one application, you have to test login functionality. You'd say, why should I test? If everything is fine, I can log in user ID, I can give valid user ID and password, and I can say click login, it will log in. So this is the not the correct way to validate or test any application. You have to think different kind of scenarios where uh, developers have in means in by any mistake or something or any there is a loop hole in code. Okay, so you have to break that. Okay, suppose I enter invalid password with some valid user ID. Will it work? If developer have, if programmer has uh, validated in that code, so it should give me some proper message. So in the same in the same scenario here also, we should validate our response. Okay, we don't know what developers has created or designed, how they have designed. So this is job of our means testing engineer QA people job to validate different scenarios. Okay, because this response is coming from server, so we have to validate. We don't know what is coming from the server. So if we are testing any web service, we have to validate, means we have to verify different scenarios. Like in the first session, I guess I have explained some scenarios how we can validate. So uh, I hope you got the point. So another question is, so how will know the list of all the supplier is correct? That's correct. So from where this supplier is coming, first I want to ask this question. There if we develop in, or any company develop any application or any web service, they will must have one database, correct? And database, when you send this request, web service will get this request. It will query to that database, and related to those query, server will get some response from database, it will send to you. Okay, it will throw to you. So we know that if you are a QA engineer, you know what data is present in my database. Okay, so you can write one simple query like select star from this and this table name and so and so. So you will get the those data from the database, and in the same manner you can go in your response and you can see if the same data or supplier we are getting in our response. Suppose there are 13 in database and we are getting only 10. It means we are missing 3 suppliers. So this is the way how we validate. Okay, we are getting response. This is only black box testing we are doing here, but we have to validate with your database as well to um, confirm it. Okay, that whatever the data we are receiving from the server, that is correct. You got the point? I hope I it is clear to you. All right, thank you. Anu, there is one question: where do I get your demo videos? So I guess I have mentioned that, but not okay. Uh, Let me go to IT Learn. Okay, if you go to this website, okay, so demo videos you can find here in upcoming sessions, upcoming events. You can go to Web Services training. Okay, the latest batch, 18th April. You can click, right? So here all the videos you can find. Okay, till now we have done with uh, first session and day one. Okay, so these two videos are listed here. Okay, you can go to this page, you can click here, you can see all those videos. Even this day two video will be also added here, so you can watch from here. Let me ping you this, and okay, I'll ping in this chat. You can take it and you can watch. Also you can go to our YouTube channel. All right, and YouTube channel is YouTube QTP eLearn, Karthik eLearn. Okay, and you can watch here. So both ways you can watch from the in uploads, recent uploads. We upload whatever the demo sessions are there. We upload, and you can watch from here also. Okay, so you can watch to our website. You can watch from QTP Learn channel, and if you are a paid member, so if you are a paid member, you can go to online courses, and then that particular course, Web Services SoapUI live training. Okay, all the paid sessions will be uploaded here, team. Okay, under that current batch name. So if I scroll down, okay, see we have two batch videos are here. This one is May batch, this one is older videos, and this one they will upload here in this link, the latest videos when paid session will start. So we are done with our demo sessions, team, and now you have to make up your mind, and uh, paid session will start from Tuesday, I guess, and only premium members will be allowed to attend those sessions. So if you have time, you can think about this, and if you want to join, you can contact uh, our sales team at this. I'm just pinging you. Learn at itlearn.com. All right. Okay. One more question. Okay, I would like to join. So can I get the entire course structure? I mean content. I guess content is available on our website. Okay, let me check. Uh, if you go here, detailed course content you can find here. Okay, so uh, so WSDL. Okay, web services, testing types, tools. So uh, see whatever we have. we will cover all these things. Okay, even many things we will cover which is not mentioned here as well, so don't worry about this. We have seen assertions, we'll see script assertions, XML validations, okay, and service mocking, okay, and then SoapUI properties, property transfer, okay, how we can achieve with Groovy scripting those things, okay, and then we can see how to develop framework, okay. Even more, I am planning to uh, I have already covered, but I think they haven't mentioned here REST APIs, okay. REST APIs will cover how we'll see how we can validate REST APIs, RESTful web services, and even how we can using Java and Eclipse, how we can write some code to execute that without any means touching that SoapUI tool. We have to just create some projects, and how we can execute from our Eclipse any execution. So all those things will be covered. So if anything is missing here, I will ask them to add. So I hope, Sagon, it is clear to you. If you want anything more information, I can provide to you what we are going to cover in this. All right. Anybody has any question related to course or related to course content? Anything? Okay. I don't see any question here or any response. So thank you so much, team. Thank you so much for joining these demo sessions. And uh, from the next week, we'll start paid sessions. So thank you for joining. And if you don't have any question, I can adjourn this session. Bye for now, team. Thank you.